Ya solo quedan 4 equipos en esta UEFA Champions League. Hoy tenemos el partido de ida de las semifinales. ¿Quién se acercará a la disputa por el título? Una fiesta en el Teatro de la Castellana. Hoy vibra el Bernabéu.
Here, and today I'm going to show you the top 10 teams in FIFA to use. You could use them in career mode, online, kickoff. They're not going to be in order from best to worst. So just like all these teams are just good, and I'm not going to put them like 10's like the worst and the first the best. Just 10 teams you could use. So the first team we have here is Liverpool. I don't think I need to really explain why Liverpool's such a good team. With Mane and Salah, with the pace that they have, up attacking, you don't really have to worry about defense because when you have Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez defending, it's a pretty solid defense if you ask me. So I'm gonna show you the kind of setup you kind of like, the kind of formation you might want to have. My opinion. As you know, Liverpool purchased Davies in the January transfer window, but I'm just gonna show you some of the team you might want to have. Milner's not gonna go on the team. He's not gonna be on. Well, yeah, Milner there. So this team will help you a lot because as I said, Salah and Mane can have their pace, they have their finishing. Their rating is really high. You have a great midfielders, Thiago, Fabinho, Gini Wijnaldum, a solid midfield, and then you don't have to worry a lot about defense because your defense is stacked. When you have Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez, Trent Alexander Arnold, they're just great. This is just a great team to have overall. It's a balanced team. Uh, I really recommend you to use them if you're a player who plays aggressive and who wants to get the goals and all be in the attack always and not have to worry about the defense. Then this is your team. The next team is gonna be Manchester City. Manchester City basically, the club has basically done the work for you. You could just see the great talent this club has. Who's playing left back? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Okay, so you start with Aguero and Sterling, who have a lot of pace. To be honest, like, this front three has a lot of pace. You have De Bruyne, and he's just a master on the ball. He can take your free kicks for you. He can score penalties. He's an all-around great player to have, and I really recommend you use him a lot if you're gonna play. If you're gonna have Manchester City, always keep him on. Don't really sub him off, because this guy is gonna save you in times you really need help, or when you want to score goals. So this team's a really fun team to use. I've used in the past. It's really good. Uh, and overall, as I said, with Liverpool, it's an overall great team. Yeah, there's depth in the squad. Obviously, David Silva left in the summer to Real Sociedad, but you could just see you have Jesus, uh, Silva, Bernardo Silva, Fernandinho. You have Foden. You have Stones. I think this is if you want a team that has a lot of and you have Anderson split. So if you want a team in career mode that has a lot of money and you don't really need to purchase a lot of good players because its team's already stacked, then use Manchester City. And now here we have PSG. PSG is obviously a great team. You have players like Mbappe, Neymar, Icardi on the attack. This is the formation I would use because Neymar can play it as a number 10, Angel Di Maria on the right wing, Mbappe left wing. He's really good, and Icardi up top. For the defense, the center backs are good. They're good center backs. Keylor Navas is solid in net. The only thing that if I were you, I would worry about, especially if you're gonna play this, or especially if you're gonna use this team in career mode, you might want to get a better right, left and right backs. Just saying, you do have for the midfield, it's good. Like Draxler's, you could use him. But if you get the chance to buy any, if you're gonna use this in career mode, then I'd recommend you to buy better left and right backs and like two more midfielders. This team is an attacking team. If you're gonna use this, you have to be on attack all the time, all the time, all the time, using the pace that Neymar has, using the pace that Mbappe has. Those two players can beat any defender with their pace. This is a team where you want to score a lot of goals at the beginning and not want to drag out the match, because then if Mbappe and Neymar gets tired, you don't really get any of that pace from anyone. Like Keane is fast, but I recommend you, if you're gonna use this team, go for the attack. Just go for the attack. Like if you're gonna use this as a defensive team, then that's not a good idea. Now the next team is Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich, as you know, they won the Champions League, they won the Bundesliga, they won the German Super Cup, they won the UEFA Super Cup, they won the FIFA Club World Cup. They're a great team. They have players like they bought Sane from Manchester City. Lewandowski's freaking 92 overall. You have a solid goalkeeper, Neuer. This team has a lot of players for each position. You have Douglas Costa, whose pace did did I think I felt like it did drop from last season, but he's on loan from Bayern Munich, and this team, if you put a fast wingers with a match of Lewandowski's finishing and Mueller's awareness, it's gonna be unstoppable. And again, with Liverpool, you can attack and attack and attack, and you don't really have to worry about your defense because your defense is solid. With players like Davies, Alaba, Pavard, Sule, you have Hernandez in the bench. You have Boateng if you really needed him. You have Tolisso. A lot of great players. I really recommend you using this team. Um, I'd say it's more for an attacking type of team. Another team I recommend you to use is France. France has a lot of pace on the like when they're attacking. It also has it has a solid defense. The midfield's okay. This formation I wouldn't really use because then you kind of weaken on the wings. So if I were you, I would um more go for like this formation. In my opinion, have Giroud as a number 10 and use Griezmann. He's not a winger. Griezmann is not a winger. I'm telling you that Griezmann's not a winger. So have like that. Giroud. You might want to change it from Ben Yedder or Martial. For the overall option to go with Ben Yedder. Rabiot. Rabiot, like go if you're gonna, I'm telling you, don't use Rabiot on the wings. His pace is so slow. His acceleration is low. So you use Coman, and Mbappe can play left wing, right wing, or striker. If I were you, since Coman's left wing, left mid, I'd just do that. I have Griezmann number 10 playing his position. He is not a winger, so if you try using him as a winger, you won't like it will just be you won't have speed in the wing. I recommend you to have Mendy. Mendy has more pace than Hernandez. Just an overall solid defense, but keep Hernandez on the bench. I feel like just keep the team like this, and you'll be good. Because then you'll cover both sides. You'll cover the wings. You let Griezmann use his creativity. You have the speed. You have this like a bit of the speed from Ben Yedder, or you can get a Martial who has a lot of pace. And then you have Kante and Pogba as the midfielders. I know he's a central defensive midfielder, but I would use him like this. It wouldn't really make a big difference to me. Lloris, I've played with France, and he's really good. Absolutely really good. Saves all the shots. Another team really recommend you to use is the German national team. This team has a lot of players, and I mean a lot of players. Look at just see the bench. They have Brandt. They have Draxler. You have two great goalkeepers. You have Ter Stegen and Neuer. In my personal opinion, it's basically up to you which one do you want to use. Uh, I personally like more Ter Stegen. I don't know why I just like him more as a goalkeeper. So usually you don't really need backup keepers on the bench, but in this situation, since he's so good, I would really consider putting Ter Stegen on the bench, just because if you just need him, you have this formation. I don't really like this formation because you could just see. So if I were you, I would again use the 4-3-3 attack with Werner up top, Gnabry right mid, and then have Sane left mid, Havertz up top, Cruz switch him for Kimmich, because Kimmich that's most sometimes where you play sometimes. Then you have Sule, keep him there. Uh, you can even have you can even use Goretzka in the midfield if you really wanted to. For left and right backs, I just keep him like that. Rudiger. But yeah, this team is really good. I really recommend you to use this team. I use this team. It's just awesome. It's really Another team I really recommend you to use and really think about using. It's a fun team to use, especially when it has Lionel Messi on the team. Oh, sorry, Lionel Messi. For this team, it's good. It has a lot of youngsters, meaning they have low overall. But I don't really see Messi as a striker. If it was up to me, I would personally make this again with the 4-3-3 attack. I just love that formation. So what you have Griezmann on the striking position, the striker, Messi on the number 10 position. Then you want to have Dembele right wing, and this is like where you kind of like see the really like the problems a bit. I would put Ansu Fati, keep Pedri in the bench, have Ricky Puig, um, no, leave Ricky Puig there, and have Coutinho come in for Firpo. And yep, so this is kind of the team where you kind of what you want to have. Again, I wouldn't really see. I know like Busquets has a high overall, but I wouldn't really use him because he has a low pace, a really low acceleration, and this is an attacking team, so it doesn't really conclude a central a central defensive mid. So you might want to consider swapping him for even Sergio Roberto or Pjanic or Coutinho at best or Pedri. But I really like if you're gonna use the 4-3-3 holding, or when you have a defensive central defensive midfielder, then put Busquets. But it doesn't really help you a lot. He'll help you with the defense, but not that much. Dest, he's good. The right and left backs are good. Ter Stegen again, solid in the in net. And yeah, you have a lot of youngsters on this team. And if you really wanted to have a good career mode, I definitely recommend you to play as Barcelona, because then you can just rebuild the team, or take it back to days where it was winning absolutely everything from the Champions League, from to La Liga to Copa del Rey to Copa España. Not to offend any Barcelona fans, but Barcelona now are not winning Champions League as they were back then. So you could try doing this. Not that they suck and they're a bad club in real life, but they are a good club. But you can just like get like sign better players, because I know they're in the point of rebuilding right now. So like I don't know, you could buy Neymar or Haaland or Mbappe. But yeah, this is the formation I would use if I was playing, if I was using Barcelona. Another team I really, really, really recommend you to use is Real Madrid. Real Madrid has a lot of players in the team. Like they have less than they had when FIFA 21 came out, because when FIFA 21 came out, they had Odegaard, Jovic, they had all these players that they didn't go for loan. But even if they left, you still have a lot of players. Sometimes you even have like too much players. I think, like if you really want to sub, you could sub Mariano off. So you can sub Benzema off and put Mariano in. You could also play with a 4-3-3. Yeah, 4-3-3 attack and put Isco there. But I just keep it like that. Just keep it like this. Remember, I know Vasquez starts at the right back, but put Carvajal. He is the right back. Vasquez is the right wing. He's more for an attacking player. But I really, really would recommend you to use this team. Mendy with his pace and Carvajal the pace on the right. Then a deadly duo between Sergio Ramos and Varane at the back. And Luka Modric and Casemiro and Modric Luka Modric, Casemiro, and Toni Kroos will dominate the midfield. And then when you have although Hazard drop pretty big in his rating, dropped pretty big dropped pretty big in his rating. He's still fast and he'll still take the ball up, but and get across it to Benzema. Asensio's fast. If I were you when you were subbing, I'd recommend subbing Vinicius Junior Valverde off because they have a lot of speed and pace. So, but like at 60 to 70 minute, everyone's already tired, and you put these two guys in, and they're just running havoc on the defense. It's a nightmare for the defense, in my opinion. Another team I really recommend you to use is Juventus, aka Piemonte Calcio, according to FIFA 21. This team is just great. Put Arthur there. Cuadrado, I know he's a right back, but his pace, trust me, just put him left wing, and put Chiesa off for Dybala because he can also play. Put the leg off on the bench like that. Chiesa there, moving Western McKinney there. I'm telling you, you could sub Delict on at the 60-70 minute for Danielo. But trust me, you give Guardado the ball and he uses his pace, and I'm telling you, he just passes, like he just runs through the defense, cuts in, makes those runs in, and then when you have Ronaldo scores every chance he gets. His finishing is so high up. From anywhere, he just gets the ball and shoots it left foot header, right foot. He's gonna get it in. Trust me, if you want a lot of goals and you want an attacking team, go for Juventus. It's so much fun to use.